Now let us put 296 officially on notice. Let us get the picks from the Parlay boys. Shout out to DraftKings already. I did the the ad read, so we're good there. Let's get right to it. No time to waste. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say, friends? There they are. All right, guys. What do we got? Who's first?
Well, no time to waste. Juliana Pena already given us her pick. Alejandra Pantoja, the defending flyweight champion, is who she is going to go with. Let me throw the rest of the names here into the old randomizer. Still on the sidelines. Can't get it on the screen soon enough. We will have it back. Frank.
Yep.
We'll be first. I'll go second. Rick is third.
All right.
Hell yes.
What are we thinking, Frankie?
I think
I know what you're thinking.
What, are you always in my head here? I don't get it. Because what I'm going to do is go to the main card, go to the main event, and I'm going to get some popcorn, watch it on the watch party, watch the fight go over 2.5 rounds.
Bang. I like that one.
Love it.
Frank. Surprised we didn't go Jake Paul. I thought that was going to be the whole the payoff there. I thought you were going to go main event, main card, Jake Paul.
You know, this is a pay-per-view preview show. I was trying to stay in line with the theme of the show. We know Jake's going to win. It's just easy money.
Okay.
By the way, what are the odds?
Jake's sitting around a minus 650 against Andre August.
Really? Is it just 650, huh?
You thought it'd be more.
I thought it would be more. I mean, everyone's talking about Andre August like he's the guy who, mows my lawn.
Yeah.
No respect for Andre.
Minus 500
By the way,
on one book.
I'm not trying to build up this fight into something that it isn't, but this might be the most pressure ever on Jake Paul's shoulders. You can't lose. If you lose to Tommy Fury, if you lose to Anderson Silva, if you lose to Nate Diaz, there is a comeback. You lose to Andre August, it's over. It's done.
What's this
Agreed?
lose thing you're talking about?
Yeah.
You cannot come back from this. You can't.
Disagree.
You can't even have the KSI fight. You can't even have it. And I don't even think the KSI fight's ever happening, by the way. Can't have it.
Couldn't disagree
Can't
more.
lose to a guy that no one's heard of.
Nobody cares about Jake Paul's path through boxing. Nobody cares about his record. He thinks that
this
people
is my
do,
point.
or him
you
and
can't even do the influencer fights anymore.
Of course
you can't even do the influencer.
Because his record doesn't matter. Losing doesn't matter. Losing does not matter for Jake Paul. He lost to Tommy Fury. It did nothing. It changed nothing.
That's different.
Nothing
as a pro
has
fighter.
changed.
He dropped him.
He's a pro fighter. First of all, Jake Paul and his team are the number one people pushing the narrative that this guy's a pro fighter. This guy's the toughest test because he's a pro fighter. Nobody cares about that. Nobody. That's why nobody's going to watch this. Like the interest in this is quite low.
Bro.
And yeah, he's Teflon. This will not matter if he loses.
And you're trying to keep a job here, What the hell?
You're going to. That's my point.
I mean, the job is secure.
This is always going to. There is always going to be Jake Paul fights as long as he wants to fight. This will not.
Do you feel
that.
this fight has similar buzz as previous Jake Paul fights?
Of course not. But they know that.
No, they know that.
It's
in a smaller arena. This is set up to be a smaller fight.
They're not claiming it's as big as Anderson or Nate. No one's claiming that.
Yeah.
That would be silly. This is just him proving that I'm taking the necessary steps to get to the big boxing match for the big world title. And that's fine. I'm just saying you lose this fight, the ramifications are different than losing the Tommy Fury fight. That's all.
Disagree.
Well,
completely.
then you can never even have any argument to have a world title fight.
And I by the way, I don't think the KSI fight ever happened. I see the tweets this week. I don't think it ever happened. I think the egos are at a point now where they're just no one's going to give in. I really don't think it happens. It's such a shame. What are we talking about? 5 pounds? What is this?
Let's do the exercise quickly. Jake Paul loses to Andre August on Saturday. Nate Diaz says, I want to box Jake Paul again. Everybody goes, nah, you lost to Andre August. I don't want to watch it. I don't think so.
I think
KSI says, let's box. I don't think so. No, there's no way. By the way, I said this about Tommy Fury. I said this about Jake Paul is not a wins and losses boxer. He does not need to win this fight. It would be great, and I think it would help him a ton. But I don't think it's required.
detrimental?
We'll see.
All right.
I mean,
Sorry,
I think
sorry
we
for
all
going
think
on a
he'll win,
tangent
though. But yeah.
I know, but
All right,
if
moving
he
on
gets knocked out,
to
he gets knocked out by this guy, it's over.
See,
Okay.
now that's a little. The knockout could. The knockout could.
If he gets knocked out by
change
this
it
dude,
slightly.
it is over.
I
It is
don't think
over.
so. But we'll see.
He says he's in it for a world title. If he gets knocked out by Andre August, the world
But
title.
Yeah.
he says that.
It's
But like,
over.
is anybody who watches Jake Paul going, I want to see Jake Paul fight for a world title? No. Nobody but Jake Paul cares about that.
Frank is.
And can I just say one thing? I just went to, and this is a small
You're
sample size. but I
slandering
just
your
went to
boy
speak to,
right
like-
now.
I know,
Frankie.
this whole lose
No
thing.
defense.
I just went to speak to about, I don't know, a group of like 140 kids. And, you know, I talked about my career and whatnot. I didn't get a single question about UFC 296. I didn't get a single question about the only questions, I swear, that were specific to fighting, that were about fighting, were about Jake Paul, KSI, will they fight? Is he winning this weekend? Dylan Dennis, Logan Paul. That was it. That was it.
Wait.
No one asked me about Leon Edwards. No one asked me about Colby. And I'm talking to 10th and 11th graders. No one asked me about anything MMA related. Maybe there was a Connor question here, a 300 question there, a Dana White question here. But the amount of Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis, KSI questions that I got were, 10x. So,
But you said Dylan Dennis. He lost. Nobody should care about him anymore.
No, it was like, how bad is he? Or, like, what, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Even the 10th graders are getting shots in.
Honestly, I truly believe that this is what I'm saying. Like these kids, the young generation will always care about these guys. It is a renewable resource. They are there. They are extremely hardcore for these personalities. And I think Jake Paul is Teflon in a good way. Like, I'm not saying this to denigrate him. I'm saying this to say, like, he is rock solid in terms of what he's built. People will tune in.
What else we got?
All right.
Whose turn is it?
It's me. My turn. Back to UFC 296 here. I will be taking the major prospect, undefeated, 17-0, 17 wins, via finish, Shavkat Rakhmonov, minus 650. Gets to plus 119 on the old parlay here. And that brings us to Rick to close us out. Need a winner. Need to close out the year with a winner.
Yeah, easy. Casey O'Neill, lock it in.
There it is.
Did you hear what I said earlier? Did you hear what I said
I heard
earlier?
what you said.
Yeah.
Rewind the tape.
She literally
go back to the.
She said, "I'm watching.
Go back to,
I'm watching to see if New York Rick talk any side. We need to clip this off and send
Casey.
it to her."
We can cut this off. Go back to the last time she fought. What was my parlay boys pick?
Yes, it was Casey O'Neill.
Casey O'Neill. So, Casey,
She hasn't
it's on
forgotten.
you now. I haven't forgotten. I'm picking her. Let's
Didn't
go,
he pick
Casey.
her last time when she?
I picked her
suffered
last
first
time.
Loss?
It's on Casey now.
I think you did, but I think she remembers. I think she remembers the time 2 times ago.
See, but that was something else.
This is
That was
by the way,
you
this is my
picked
life.
against. Yeah.
They remember the negative, and this is the life.
Well, we're turning it around. Casey's picking up the dub, taking the parlay boys home, and getting back on track.
I guess it's the plus 233. That sounds nice.
All
Close
right.
out the year. Plus 233.
That is
That's
a
a nice
nice
way to
number.
close it out.
All right, what else we got?
Yeah, my picks. I got a lot of action this weekend. A lot of action to close it out. Love ending the year on a pay-per-view. Hopefully a winning week. Back-to-back losing weeks. Haven't had that since June. And I'm going to go ahead and say we're not going to close the year out with 3 straight losing weeks. And the only way to do that is have a winning week this weekend. I'll start off Randy Brown, Rude Boy. Despite being named Rude Boy, very nice guy when he came here in studio. 6 years younger in this matchup, 4 inches taller, 8 inches of reach. Plus, he's just a really solid fighter, man. 10-4 in his last 14, only losing to top-level guys, Bilal's, JDMs of the world. I like him to get this one done. We keep it rolling. Heavyweight. What doesn't say confidence like a heavyweight debutante in the UFC early on the prelims, and that's exactly what you're getting with Shamil Gaziev. I just haven't been overly impressed with Martin Budet in the UFC. Don't love his finishing abilities at the heavyweight division, and I like Gaziv. I think he holds a lot of power in his hands, got a nice rear naked. He's very tired after he got his rear naked on the Contender Series, but at dog odds, and I think he has the high finishing upside. I'm going to go with him as a dog. Let's keep it rolling. Andre Touchy-Fili and Lucas Almeida, I'm going to take the under. Not because of Fili, he goes to a lot of decisions, but because of Almeida, 16 fights, only one has gone to a decision, including 9 career first-round finishes, win or lose, like this one, to go under. Next up, touched on it earlier, ATT Alpharetta, Cody Durden.
Oh, yeah.
According to Jed Meshew, that is where he trains. I'm going to take his word for it. Just down the road from where I grew up. Either way, I know he fights out of the beautiful state of Georgia, so I got to support. You don't get this opportunity too often, a guy out of Georgia, especially the Atlanta area, so I got to support when I got the opportunities. Next up, King Casey O'Neill. I am supporting.
Yeah.
I mean, we went against her once and we lost. We're not going to do it again. AK Lee letting me know that rude boy is a Jamaican term. Thanks,
Yes.
AK. Thanks for clearing that up, man. It was just a play on words of him being a nice kid,
Yes.
but kind of got thrown off there. Sorry about that, guys. We keep it rolling. Cody Garbrandt, Brian Kelleher. I like the ability for both of these guys to get finished. Cody Garbrandt still not fully trusting in his chin. He has been knocked out 4 times. And Kelleher, 5 of his 7 losses have come by way of finish. Kelleher, 15 UFC fights, 10 not going to a decision. Garbrandt, 13, 9 not going to a decision. Let's move to the main card. One last stand, boys.
Oh, yeah.
One last stand. Tony Ferguson, plus 210. A little sprinkle. The scenes that will erupt from T-Mobile Arena if he is able to pull this off. Training with Goggins been confirmed. Goggins in the corner. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but watched a little piece with him earlier today, and it looks like he means business. I mean, one last shot. This is it. If he doesn't get it done here, I'd like to see him lay the gloves down. But I'm going with him. He looked great in that first round. People forget he won the first round against Chandler, too. Let's get it done in the first round here
Where's
against
that picture of
Patty
Patty from with the hair like that?
UFC.com. Shout out. Great website.
Yeah.
Let's keep it rolling. Co-main event. I hate to do it. I might be cursed because he was just on the show, but we know that I got the future in on the man. Once Many Men hits, I won't regret this. Alejandro Pantoja. And still going to be an electric fight. Going to be a very exciting fight. We saw this one happen 2 years ago. Alejandro Pantoja got his hand raised there. And it happened in the second round. So for that reason, I'm going to try to thread the needle. I'm going to also take the under 2.5. Raw Dog Royval. What can you say about him other than he is complete electricity once he steps in the octagon? 8 of his last 9 have gone under the 2.5, and Pantoja is willing to engage in a fight like that. 5 of his last 9 have gone under 2.5, and we saw the fight, how it played out last time. A second-round finish. Could be anybody's game, but I am going to go with the under 2.5 to the main event. I'm going to go with Leon Rocky Edwards. And still, to defend the takedowns enough to keep it standing, and maybe, according to Dave Lavelle, out-wrestle Colby Covington. Is that the rumors going around? I was very impressed the last time out against Kamaru Usman, getting the point taken and still getting the decision victory. I thought he looked good. The striking looked great. Precision striker. If Colby's going to do it, the way is obviously to just be unrelenting. Kamaru Usman talked about it. He's just going to go for takedowns and not stop until he gets them. But I think Leon's going to be able to negate them enough, keep it standing, and I think he does outclass him on the feet. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be an exciting fight, and I do think it's going to be a fight that goes to the decision. Both these guys incredibly tough, so I will be taking the over 4.5 as well. When does threading the needle, taking a money line and a over-under go wrong? And I'm doing it in the main and co-main. That's how you close out the year. Leon never been finished. 10 of his last 13 have gone to a decision, and the 3 that ended in a finish, they all ended in the last 2 minutes of the fight. And then Colby, 7 of his last 9 have gone to a decision. One of those ending in the 5th round. So super durable guys, super tough guys. I like this one to go long. Just a couple parlays before we get out of here. The one from last week coming over to this week. A little future prospects parlay, Gary Rachmanov, and then a pacifist parlay. 7 legs of over 1.5s. Again, I tell you, what could go wrong? That's it. A lot of action. A lot of action to close out the year here.
Yeah. I thought it was an all main card, but those are some prelims in there.
Oh, yeah.
With the
No,
7
it's,
play.
there's a lot in there.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.